Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bearcats. They've been playing football here since 1902, and the fans are ready to see their team take the field. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Bearcats ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give to the tailback. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical. They love running the football. That's their identity. But the defense getting that stop on 3rd and short against the run, that sets a very clear message that they've shown up to play. They know it's coming, and they're going to be here all day.
They boot it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Handoff to the single running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got him. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Got the first down himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Rides the back and leaves it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Now on first down from the 40. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
They got the completion, and the quarterback's happy. He got a completion, stats looking good. He's like, wait a minute, dude, stop hitting me. Please protect me a little bit better up front.
And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got it in the middle, it's Flood. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. A first down for the offense. They'll go to the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Finds a crease at the 20. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that's why, through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on third down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points. When the great teams get touchdowns in the red area, you got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Football 7. Set, ready.
Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Let's take a minute and talk about Cincinnati. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to...
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had it much better field position this time around. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
To the air on second down. The short hands, it's Flood. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Wants to throw again. That's reeled in. It's Rooks. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl.
And the Hoosiers will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted to stop the threat. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback are smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply wouldn't work.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to look.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Running into the open space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And the Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Now on second down. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. Across the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Bearcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
The Bearcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll pull it on the read. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Here we go, set.
Looking to fire. The sweet feet buy a little time. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. The give to the back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bearcats will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Going for the big play. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pocket breaking down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll try to pop the draw. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. This one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Let's go, let's go.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he can be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hoosiers will kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Really good job by this defense. 3rd down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot.
The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up end. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The give to the single back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
And the Bearcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You know, gone are the days when the down marker says 4 and you automatically send the punt team out.
No doubt. So many numbers, so many possessions. Everything is monitored. Everything is calculated. And now the analytics say, listen, you got to take more chances if you want to win games.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And that was a play call the coordinator had in his back pocket. He was hoping his defense would get the stop on 4th down. They did. There was no question. He was telling his quarterback, if we take the field, we're taking a shot. You know who you're throwing it to. What a great job of having a shot play ready to go, and it pays off.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. From the shotgun, the inside give. At the 35, he's open. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. 10. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. From the gun. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Lets it fly on the move. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Here's a heat. Quickly to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. Touchdown, Indiana! And that one will give him the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Virginia Tech is in danger of getting demolished today. And while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 17 to Florida. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Just going to keep it after the snap. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the Bearcats send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Now they'll run the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. We open the final period with a 3rd down play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots. They're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. There he goes. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man. Just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set.
3rd down play from the gun. Pressure coming. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, you wonder sometimes if this quarterback, because of the success he's had earlier in the game, running the ball, just thinks every time I scramble, something good is going to happen. I think that time, guys, he should have stayed in the pocket and tried to take a shot, because it looked to me like he had a guy open downfield.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. On the option. They'll try the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
defensive coordinator uses all of his playmakers and all of the speed. This is a guy that we've seen hurt defenses before catching the football, but you can get him involved in the running game as well with the option play. You get him on the perimeter, he's the pitch man, nobody accounting for him. It's an easy walk-in score for the offense.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Miami. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And the defense holds. Firm, no pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown, Hoosiers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 63 yards to the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to pass. Punch it out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll go to the air. Bringing the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. It's Flood. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. And good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Here's the pressure. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Nice job by the QB. Sit back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Gets the back moving. He's looking to pass. Moving away from pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Going to sling it on second down. Fires it down the seam. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. First down here for the offense. They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Leaves it with the running back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Hoosiers come to the line needing just inches for the first down.